Okay, I have 10 o'clock. I will call this meeting of Sunny County Commissioners to order. Let's start by the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Please join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the
of the
United States
of
of America
and to the republic
for
which it
stands, one
nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please bow your heads. A moment of prayer. Heavenly Father, we ask for your intercession in helping us make those decisions that are in the best interest of the people that we represent, and that they do indeed do your will. This week of Memorial Day, we ask in a special way that you accept all the folks who have given the ultimate, that is their lives, in defense of our freedoms. We ask that you watch over all those who are indeed still defending our freedoms and their families. We ask all this through your Son. Amen. Okay, Kylie, roll call, please.
Commissioner Kirschner,
I am here.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Here.
Commissioner Schuff.
Here.
Okay, I will accept a motion to approve the digital audio video recording of our previous session that was held Thursday, May 20th.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none. Kylie, please.
Commissioner Schuff,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Kirschner.
Yes. So we have a couple appointments throughout the morning here. We'll start with County Administrator's report. Stacy, you have for today?
Sure. Just give you a quick update on the end of month. We just got them from the auditor's office. Revenue for the month of May is $1,387,572.77. And expenses were $1,196,433.78. Budget Commission certified the ARP money yesterday, total of $5,358,840. So I will get appropriations to present for you guys next week. The other half will come in 12 months. Reminder, we have our EMS meeting tonight at 7 o'clock. The Zoom link has been sent out. We received notice that the TSET meeting is going to be moved instead of down here at the East Green. It's going to be at the Sieberling Gymnasium at Heidelberg. And I think, Tyler, you're going to go, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I did just get notice this morning. I don't know if you guys seen the email from Ann Goon at the Health Department that the Seneca County General Health District was awarded the national accreditation through the Public Health Accreditation Board. Beth has been working on this for quite a few years, and even was still working through this through COVID. So congratulations to the Health District and Ann and Beth for everything they did to get that accomplished. It was years of work. So I think that's all I have for today.
Okay, very good. Commissioner Paradiso, would you like to begin today with Commissioner's reports?
Sure. A few items. We had a solid waste meeting this week, and it was a very productive meeting. Just for the listeners, it's a board of 9, 3 commissioners from Ottawa, Seneca, and Sandusky County. We amended and approved the budget. We have a balanced budget. I think our director, Gary Beatty, is doing a great job of just looking at things, and he basically ripped everything apart, started from scratch, and I think we're doing good things there. There was some discussion in the future about as we move forward, maybe opening up grants back to the counties So that money can be used for, benches and picnic tables, recycled kind of items. So, we hope we can move things forward there. We're also going to do some educational pieces with recycling. And, I feel real good about the OSS board and the direction they're going. Last night we had a regional planning meeting. I know on the agenda, Charlene's going to talk about CDBG, but one of the items on the agenda last night, we had a public hearing for Honey Creek subdivision, and well attended, good questions. That's in Clinton Township. And, I'm always encouraged when we can see the developers wanting to build houses, get lots approved, because there's a huge housing shortage, and looks like a really nice project. And so things are moving on to the next step there. So regional planning has a lot of good things going. Had a meeting this morning downtown. I'm just unbelievably impressed with Amy Reinhardt and all the people that are members of the downtown committee. They're just dedicated. They're focused. Passed out the calendar. We'll be visiting some other downtown throughout the summer. There's all kinds of events. So that's going well. And as Stacy mentioned, tonight we have an EMS meeting. We will be taking July off for our EMS. And then looking forward to our August meeting live in person, and where we can get all the stakeholders together in a room, and looking forward to that. So more to come there. And then finally, one of the exciting things was I really had a tremendous time. Memorial Day, went down to the ceremony at 10 o'clock. Very well done by the veterans. I know Commissioner Schuff spoke, Mayor Mott spoke, General Scheid spoke. Then I came back. Jody Reinbold, hats off to her. Band was playing. Frost Parkway Village, Mr. Connell's homes were well attended. But then I went to the museum, and they were excited to see me / us, the commissioners, and I was excited to be there. They were really busy at the museum, and the place looks great. They're working hard. So they're now open on a limited basis. And I just wanted to thank them for all their hard work, and recognize the fact that we're open there. That concludes my report.
Okay. Commissioner Shaw.
Yes, thank you, President Kirschner. Had a busy week here this week and end of last. This morning we had the Seneca County Family and Children's first council meeting, which was very well attended. Discussed a lot of important and good issues on there that we were discussing. As Tony said, we had the Memorial Day ceremony, which was also well attended. I was honored to be able to speak at that, and it's a very touching ceremony, and just glad to see the community support and the people to come out for that. As Stacy said in her report, the TSEP annual meeting tonight, so I believe I'll be attending that. If I get out at a decent hour, I'm going to try to join up with you guys at the EMS meeting, but figured this way we could kind of divide and conquer, or be at multiple places at once. Tony kind of already highlighted on the museum. Last week, we also had a meeting on the discussion of broadband, bringing that to the rural areas. That was very informative, learned a lot about that, and the team that we had put together for those meetings seemed to really know what they're talking about and have a vision and a plan, but hopefully we can start making more headway and progress on that. And just wanted to wish the New Riggle girls softball team good luck today as they play in the semifinals. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Shaw. I too was impressed with the hard work they're doing at the museum. Again, it's spick and span, a lot of people working all over the place, painting and restructuring things. So really happy to see that progress being made. Looking forward to our EMS meeting tonight. Things are starting to gel there. I think Commissioner Paradiso and I will probably jump on the TSEP call at 6 and then go to, we thank Commissioner Schuff for actually attending in person. And Commissioner Paradiso and I will get on the EMS call at that point. Stacy, I don't know if we want to bring folks up to date about what happened with ICE and the sheriff. Is that public knowledge, or is the sheriff on? You might want to bring us up to date.
I don't know.
Probably too busy to be on, actually.
Yeah,
I
good.
don't see the
Glad
sheriff
you brought that up.
But I think there were 32 new ICE prisoners yesterday. Is that right?
Yeah, I think he sent us a message. Um, 19 ICE detainees coming as of yesterday will put
Okay.
us at 32.
Will put us at 32. Okay. I knew that they were busy through the evening last night, checking them in and doing all the medical stuff that needed to be done. So our thoughts are with those guys working hard into the night last night. Okay, moving on to old business.
I don't have any old business.
Okay. We have to wait till 10:15 for the CDBG hearing. So
Yeah.
you want to start with some of the new business then, and we'll interrupt at 10:15.
Sure. Let me grab my agenda. Let's see. I have a supplemental appropriation. This is at the request of regional planning. This is for the funds are be used for the CHIP 2018 private rehabilitation program for 10835 West Township Road 41, Fostoria, per the grant agreement. So she needed a supplemental appropriation of $31,676. And that is in the, which fund is that? The Housing Revolving Loan Fund, the 3194. Then I have a resolution accepting the bid and entering into contract with Dam Schroeder Roofing for the roof replacement at 3362 Township Road 151. There's two addresses out there, so it's 3300 South Township Road 151. Basically, our engineer's office, Job and Family Services. The total bid amount was $303,042.
Wow. It pays to get bids.
Sure does.
I was surprised by how big of a gap there was there in the various quotes.
There was a 25% six-figure gap. Yeah. On 25% difference.
Charlene, are all these resolutions tied to your hearing today?
Yes, ma'am.
So I will hold off on those. We do have a bus bid. I will read that one. We have accepting the bid and authorizing a contract with Transportation Equipment Sales for 7-passenger rear wheelchair ramp minivan on behalf of Seneca County Opportunity Center. The bid for that was $39,965. And I think the rest of these are for after the CDBG hearing. So,
Okay. So we have the bid on the roof for the engineer and DJFS office of $303,042. And we have a bid for $39,965 for a rear wheelchair ramp minivan for the Opportunity Center. Those are the two things that need to be approved here today.
and the sub app for the revolving loan fund.
Sub app for the revolving loan fund from 3194. Okay.
We also have the one for the Seneca County Juvenile Court. Authorizing president of the board to sign
Oh,
the,
yep, I see it. Sorry, I missed that one.
Okay.
Yeah, authorizing president of the board to sign the FY 2022-2024 DYS subsidy reclaim grant application and all related documentation on behalf of the Seneca County Board of Commissioners and the Seneca County Juvenile Court. Thank you, Kylie.
Good catch. Okay, gentlemen, what's your pleasure here for those four business items?
I'll make a motion that we approve the four supplemental appropriations that have been read.
Very good.
I'll second Commissioner Paradiso's motion.
Okay, any additional discussion about that? Hearing none, Kylie, please.
Commissioner Chef,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Kirschner.
Yes. Okay. So,
Hey, Commissioner, I have one question. Can I, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but I just wanted to ask you. So Stacy, the money that came in, the 5.358 million, is that in a separate account?
Yes.
Do we have that? And then what's the name of that account? We set that
this-
up before, but
Yeah, it is.
no
the
money in it. So now,
America, let me see what she actually named it.
okay, sorry, Commissioner, but
it's all right, American Rescue
Just-
Plan.
yeah,
Yeah, I just want to make sure she didn't name it anything different. It's just the ARP fund. It's fund number 1018. So it is a separate fund.
okay. That's good for now. That's all I wanted to ask. Thank you. Sorry for the interruption.
All right. So now is the time for the second CDBG hearing. I think Charlene is here to give us that information.
Thank you, President Kirschner, and thank you, commissioners, for allowing us to conduct the second CDBG program year 21 public hearing during your commissioners meeting. I'll go fairly quick through this and we will ask for comments. We conducted the community development implementation strategy meetings as required. And out of those meetings, we always get what the electeds, the citizens in the community, nonprofits, and other advocates find necessary for work to be done in our community or would like to see done. So from that, we had a community development needs worksheet that said, you know, our community is in need of ADA curb ramps in the city of Fostoria, road repair in all townships in Seneca County, homelessness prevention in all of Seneca County, utility assistance and fire equipment, EMS and EMA equipment in all of Seneca County, facade improvements in the village of Bloomville, Ohio, park upgrades, sidewalks and parking lots in the village of Bloomville, Ohio. Villages throughout Seneca County need some sidewalk improvements. City of Fostoria has some facade improvements, and of course, fair housing all the way across Seneca County. So those were determined as needs. Then they came into some priorities. So we wanted to talk about, you know, what are our priorities for the county right at the moment and for this program cycle. And the group that attended agreed that the priorities for this year to be recommended and that we should apply for are the village of New Reno getting some sidewalk replacements, Seneca County, Ohio as a majority minus the city of Tiffin. And we always have to say minus the city of Tiffin because the city of Tiffin has its own separate allocation. So they are not included in our grant. For homelessness prevention, the city of Fostoria for their ADA sidewalk ramps, and then Seneca County as a whole for fair housing, implementation, training, outreach, analysis, and coordination. And that is a requirement of the grant that we do fair housing outreach. So then we said, well, what if there are other opportunities that we could possibly look into that have to do with economic development, residential public infrastructure, and the target of opportunity priorities? And the two that trickled down were the city of Fostoria, Ohio, their downtown buildings and doing some upgrades in the downtown of the city of Fostoria. And then, of course, the countywide fair housing. There's always extra funds and target of opportunity. So we thought that this might be the appropriate time to look into doing some great outreach and education to our universities and the low to moderate income families in Fostoria. So those are where the CDIS projects laid out. That's the community's wants and needs. So based off of that, we then say, okay, well, we understand the wants and needs, so we will present a resolution to the commissioners for that approval. And we have that resolution on deck for you that shows the wants and needs and priorities. And it mirrors what we talked about during our CDIS meeting. Once we do that, we then trickle down to what projects are going to come out for this year. So we have $158,000 allocation. And we have 4 projects that we would like to do in Seneca County. Project 1 would be upgrading some ADA sidewalk compliant ramps on some sidewalks in Fostoria off of County Line Road. The total for that project would be $46,900, and that's an area-wide benefit. Then we looked at the homelessness prevention for a second project, and Fostoria United Way and First Call for Help has been active in doing this for the past 2 years. They have past 2 cycles. They have done a great job in helping families. And this project helps with up to 3 months of delinquent rent, up to 3 months of delinquent mortgage, first month's rent and deposit, or utility deposits. And all of those things are to help avoid homelessness or to help house someone. So this year, after speaking with Libra and Evelyn over at Fostoria United Way, you know, they could definitely utilize $15,000 for 2 years to help families. So that is what we're requesting from the grant. Then the Village of New Riggle, Ohio is going to request some installation of some sidewalks in their downtown area along with West Tiffin Street and South Perry Street. The total project is $94,500. We would request $64,500 from the CDBG grant, and the Village of New Riggle will contribute $30,000 towards this project. That's an area-wide benefit, and the Village of New Riggle has qualified based off of income surveys. Their income surveys expire next year, so this is the great time for them to apply so that they can utilize the last, you know, that last year of their income survey that lets them qualify. So that really gets them on deck to finish up some of their sidewalks. And then the remaining, which is $31,600, would be applied towards administration and fair housing of the program, which brings us to a total of $158,000 in services and funds to be utilized in Seneca County. To make it clear, Fostoria has not had any services in the last 2 rounds. So we are applying for them to have some services done. We always want to make sure we can include everybody, especially when it meets the CDIS, and they definitely are included. This would be the second round of helping New Riggle with sidewalks. And we have been continuously doing homelessness prevention in Seneca County because it is needed and it is utilized. So those are the key projects that we're looking at. I'm going to take a deep breath and then ask if anybody has any questions about those projects or the CDIS needs.
Yeah, Charlene, I have a question for you. How many people participated in the community development implementation strategy?
That's a great question, and I can tell you if you give me just a second. I have to pull it up, my sign-in sheet. I have 12 people that participated, and to tell you the truth, that is an outstanding amount of people who've participated. Stacy's been in several of the CDIS meetings. Last year, we only had about 3 or 4 of us. It really wasn't a huge crowd. The year before, we had a few, and this year we had quite a few more. So I am glad to see the public participating and the nonprofits taking part. It was really nice to see that increase in public.
12 seems pretty. Was that all like in-person meeting, or how was that conducted? I can't remember.
Ours was conducted via Zoom this year due to the COVID restrictions. We just didn't want to gather all those people.
Is there a way in your mind to get more public input? I mean, is it possible to, I know sometimes like TCEP, they'll put polls out or they'll put the Dream Big thing out. Is there a way of getting more participation, more than 12 people, you think?
We did the same thing. We had polls and we had the See Seneca Grow application process as well for the county. So those did not count in the CDIS meeting attendance, but that we did get community input from those as well. We also get, like, during the 2 years prepping, like once one's awarded, during those next 2 years, I'm talking to the community members, the village representatives, the council members for the city, to make sure, you know, hey, let's think of our projects, let's get things rolling, let's talk about what could be there. I talk to the nonprofits so that everybody's kind of thinking ahead of the game and ahead of the curve.
Yeah, 12 people deciding how to spend 158,000. It just seems like a low number to me, but thank you.
Yep.
Charlene, Mike, I have a question. We have the three projects, the ADA sidewalk at West Area, the homelessness prevention, and the new regular sidewalks. Those total about 120,000. Then you said admin and fair housing. How much, can you give me a breakdown of that? How much is fair housing and how much is admin?
I sure can. If you give me just 1 second, I can tell you that. Just 1 second while I open my file so I can tell you that. It's just a little slow today, sorry.
Okay, I mean, what?
There it is. I have it for you. So fair housing is 5,000 of the 31,600.
Okay.
And then
So how much administrative fees are we allowed for CDBG money?
20%
Okay,
for
so that's,
admin and fair housing. So the total is 31,600, and then 5,000 of that is fair housing, and 26,600 is administration.
okay, thank you.
Yep, no problem. Glad to help and answer.
Charlene, two questions. 158,000 this year. What was last year's total?
I believe last year's was the same. I can double check that real quick. Typically, we're between 150 to 158. We did have, when I first started, the first one we did was 2 years worth. So that was quite a large award that we had.
And then I realized there's a group of people, you discussed the need, and then I believe during that discussion, you also take a look at who was awarded something the year before and try to basically move things around the county, right?
That is correct.
We've seen Bloomville or Attica or, okay.
Yes, we do that.
Was there a match in Fostoria for their ADA sidewalk money?
There is not, but we do not require one either.
Okay, and then so the new Riggle piece, it's just the way it all worked out. I'm putting 30 in and.
Yep.
Okay, to get it done.
They had a larger project on deck and they needed assistance with that larger project. So they couldn't cover the whole cost, but they can cover 30,000 of it. And I think that's a great way to be able to assist them.
And is this will this be spent this year or is this for next year?
This will be spent in 2022 and 2023.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. And yes, it was 158,000 under the last cycle.
Okay, Stacy, do we need some motions here to accept the plan and the use of the money?
Yep, I can read through these resolutions. I have resolution affirming Seneca County's due diligence to provide for equal housing opportunity and affirmatively further fair housing in Seneca County. Authorizing Seneca County Regional Planning Commission as the grant administrator for the program year 2021 CDBG allocation grant, and authorizing the executive director of regional planning to sign off financial and personnel documentation. Resolution appointing Charlene Watkins as labor compliance officers for CDBG programs. And I have the resolution for the approval of projects and amounts for the CDBG program year 2021 community development program, and authorizing the current president of board, Seneca County Commissioners, to sign the application to be submitted for the county program year 2021 community development block grant program. And I think those are the only ones I had.
Yep, that's all that's on there. Kylie, did we miss anything? No, okay.
I don't think so.
All right, your pleasure, commissioners.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve the appropriations that were read pertaining to the CDBG money.
Okay,
I'll second Commissioner Paradiso's motion.
Thank you. And any additional discussion about any of them?
Do we need to allow for public comment?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
So we will leave that open for public comment at this point. Jimmy, make the announcement just to make sure that everybody's aware.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the open comment period here for the public hearing related to the Community Development Block Grant Program for program year 2021. If you'd like to come forward, you can hit the unmute button on your screen to comment. If you're joining us via the phone line, you just hit *6 on your phone to unmute. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Jimmy. Hearing no public comment. Kylie, roll call, please.
Commissioner Chef,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Kirschner.
Yes. Okay, I know that we have executive session, but I think what we'll do is open it up for public comment at this point, and then go into executive session. We don't expect to have anything to report after executive session, but we will leave the screen on during that period of time. So now is public comment. Jimmy Flint made the announcement as to what you can do on the phone. Hit *6. That will unmute you. Otherwise, hit unmute on your screen. We don't have Audrey here today. Well, that's something.
How about Mr. Nutter? Any comments from you?
Evidently not. You must have scared him, Tony.
Okay.
All right, so I will accept the motion to go into executive session for the purpose of collective bargaining conversation.
I'll make a motion that we go into executive session to discuss the collective bargaining.
I'll second that.
Okay, Kylie?
Commissioner Chef,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Kirschner.
Yes. So we will leave this up and we'll go into the other room. Is that what we're doing here? Okay, very good. Thanks. Give us 5 minutes. Well, the host has enabled my video, so
We can hear you.
according to my screen, I know. Okay, so now they said, okay, I can start it now. There you go.
There you are. Yeah.
All right, any other business to be brought before the commissioners? We have to go out of executive session.
Correct.
I'll accept the motion to go out of executive session.
So
Thank
moved.
you. Thank you, Tony.
Second.
Thank you, Tyler. Any additional discussion about that? Kylie?
Commissioner Chef,
Yes.
Commissioner Paradiso,
Yes.
Commissioner Kirschner.
Yes, this Zoom stuff is just so wonderful. Okay, so we are now adjourned unless there's anything else. If not, God bless. See you next week.